You are watching Limited Resources Draft Series on MTGO Academy, featuring Marshall Sutcliffe.
Hey guys, Marshall here from Limited Resources, doing yet another video here on MTGOacademy.com, and well, this pack's awful. It's really bad. Yeah, this is just one of the most miserable Born of the Gods packs I've seen. Thunderbrute's pretty good. Nice curve topper if you're in red, though I don't think it's really a reason to go into red. Ashiok's Adept can do some things, but doesn't really fit that well. There's just nothing much here. Meletus Astronomer's just okay. Plea for Guidance isn't good at all. Guess I'll take this Adept just because things. Ornithark I love. I'm going to take it. I think it's really, really powerful. It's basically dragon level card at uncommon and white. Mischief and Mayhem I have not played yet. I'm curious about it. The pack's a little better than the other one. This card's pretty good, but not much. Alright, what is this nonsense? So, Kyora's Follower is really good. Fall of the Hammer is quite good. Perplexing Chimera is good too. Chorus of the Tides is good too. So some really good blue cards here. I definitely want to take a blue card out of this pack. I mean, I think Fall of the Hammer is probably the best card in the pack. We could certainly consider that as well. A bit of a signal here with both of these cards being left in here. But also the blue looks fairly open, and the red tends to dry up very quickly in the Born of the Gods pack. Yeah, I'll still take Fall, though. It is the best card here pretty convincingly. And it's splashable, too, which I like. I'm going to take the Chorus of the Tides here. All right. Nice deck. All the colors. Similar pack to the last. I'm just going to take another Chorus. What a mess. We'll figure out where we're going, though. All right. A couple of good white cards down here. Elite Skirmisher and Oresco's Sun Guide. I'll take a Skirmisher. Maybe we're blue-white? I don't know. It's not really up to us. All right, here's a Nullify. So, yeah, blue does seem to be fairly open here. I'm going to hide this Ashiok's Adept for now and assume that we're going to be blue-white and maybe a little bit of red in there. Another Skirmisher or even a Pegasus, which is kind of interesting. Pegasus with Chorus of the Tides is kind of a beating. We have a lot of flyers already. Yeah, I'll take a Pegasus. Let's try it. Nothing much for us here. We'll take a 5-drop. Serpent's fine. You know, it can do some things, but it's not great. Take this Hold It Bay. Not the worst card. Not a good card, but it does target. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Oh, no bother. You had perfect timing right in between picks. This one's no good. Let's take Sky Reaping, though. That card kind of blows us out. Yeah, this deck could go somewhere. It's not very good right now, though. Magic Online really wants me to have an Afara's Radiance in my pile, and it has succeeded. Just got back from my very long trip from Spain to Spain and then back home for a day and then to Australia. But the Australian GP was fantastic down in Melbourne. It was a really cool event. Biggest Magic tournament ever down there. So that was kind of exciting. Would be lying if I said I wasn't pretty glad to be home, though. All right, Celestial Archon, I'll take you over Voyage's End. It's pretty close, though. Voyage's End, one of the best cards possible for the deck, but Celestial Archon's a game winner. That thing's a house. Very tough to deal with in Theros. Just makes a ridiculous blocker or a superior attacker. Remember, it gives the thing flying, too, so you can just, you know, pick this thing up and be like 7U. And it's like, oh, well, I guess the game's over then. All right, Horizon Scholar, Cavalry Pegasus, Vaporkin. I'm going to go with Vaporkin here because I like the idea of going Loyal Pegasus into Vaporkin and just winning. That seems sweet to me, so we're going to do that. Not much here for us. Setessan Battle Priest, no. We could take a Far's Warden. It sometimes comes in with the new set. It's gotten a little bit better. Sylvan Caryatid's just solid, but obviously not for our deck. We could just take an Amulet so that we can try to splash this Fall of the Hammer, and maybe if we pick up a Lightning Strike in the next pack or something along those lines. Yeah, I guess I'll just take Traveler's Amulet here. None of these cards are really exciting for the deck at all. Wow. We're apparently deeply into the wrong colors here. There's literally not one pick that actually makes the cut for our deck, or not even in our colors, just period. That is super depressing. So I guess I'll just cut Lash of the Whip. All right, well, we're back here. Found a Soldier of the Pantheon. I think it's a lot better than Gift of Immortality. So we're going to take it. But I think we're going to be in for a bit of a struggle here in this second pack. That pack was alarmingly bad for us. I mean, sure, sometimes it just happens like that, but we're already a little low on playables here. So, all right, we're back. Favorite Hoplite, get in there. Not too bad. Favorite Hoplite's a pretty nice backup for Loyal Pegasus. Same with Soldier of the Pantheon. We've actually got like a really strong early game here, and we've got a really strong late game too with Ornitharch and Celestial Archon. What we don't have is the middle. This 2 and 3 needs to kind of get better, and we need some tempo plays. We need to find some ways to interact with our opponent. All right, that guy's one of the best possible, so that's a really nice pickup for the deck. All right, so this pack actually came around quite nicely for us. Those last 2 picks were really, really strong picks in the middle part of the pack for our deck. So I think maybe that one pack just happened to not have that many blue and white cards. You don't see it very often, but it does happen. Holy smokes. We got there, kids. Daxos, we need 3-drops too. So yeah, this pack ended up just being super good. Wow, lucky. What do we want now? I mean, let's just get our orders in now. How about some Wingsteed Riders, a couple of Dauntless Onslaughts, call this thing a game, maybe some Voyage's Ends in there. Our creatures are certainly quite powerful. Probably Mnemonic Wall has the best chance to make the cut, even though it's probably not going to. Second Warden. No, I think I'd rather have this. All right. Magic Online stubborn today. Yeah, oh well. All right, so that pack came around nicely for us here. Let's see what this... We do still need help, though. We're at 14 or 15 playables here, so we actually do need to pick up quite a few things in this last pack, as well as that did turn out for us in the later stages. The beginning was really bad. We didn't get much at all after that first pick, so had a bit of a lull and then picked up a bunch of nice stuff in the middle to late part of that pack. So if we can keep that up in this pack, we're going to be in really good shape. If we can't, we might have to cobble something together, but we do have some really nice highlights either way. All right, so this pack's not very good for us. Just going to get that right out there. Only really 3 choices. Coastline Chimera, Far's Warden, Battle Priest. Neither of these are good. And Coastline Chimera is very mediocre, but it could make the cut. Now, the other option we have is playing Prophet of Crufix. We do have a Traveler's Amulet, and we are in blue. Prophet of Crufix is very, very good. Very, very powerful card. I'm going to take it. I think it's just the upside is there over something like this, and there's just nothing else for us. I don't know that we're actually going to run it, but it's possible. All right, so a Hopeful Eidolon, a Battle-Wise Valor, or a Phalanx Leader. We've got Griptide and Tactics. We're getting something back out of this pack. I'm going to take Phalanx Leader because it's the most powerful option, and then we're going to see what we get back after that. Omen Speaker seems good to me here. And by good, I mean that's the pick we're going to take, but not a good pick. Yeah, these packs have thinned out already. Really good stuff at the beginning, though. I think I'd rather have Fall of the Hammer than Prophet, though, in this deck, at least currently. Okay, well, here's a God's Willing. So that certainly helps. We need things that target. And we're back to kind of the nothings here. I'm going to cut this Leaf Crown Dryad. Yeah, I just know that this is going to be one of those ones where we kind of scrape in. We're at 22, but really we're more like at 20. Because like one of these or maybe both of those are going to go away depending. We're running a Flood Tide Serpent right now with like nothing happening. Yeah, that pack, though, we're going to get something sweet back out of it. We might get, probably that Vaporkin is the most likely, but we could even get better. All right, here's the Leonin Snarecaster. That's fine. I mean, I prefer just not run any of these little splashies, but... All right, let's see if we get something back out of that pack. All right, it's Tactics. Interesting. So there's probably at least 2 other people in blue-white, which is kind of hard to believe, but Tactics is actually a perfectly good pickup here, as is Coastline Chimera. All right, so we kind of got there. I mean, we don't really have any ways to interact with our opponent, which is, well, that's an issue. And it makes me feel like we're going to be splashing this Fall of the Hammer. And not this thing. Probably not playing Flood Tide Serpent. I mean, did we get anything? Do we have any auras? I mean, that are actually going to make the cut? You're in the maybe pile, my friend. Hold at Bay's in. No doubt about that. That's probably in as well. Oop. So auras. Nope, 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 nope. Zero. Well, 1. That's funny. So yeah, Serpent's not in. I mean, it could still do work just as a big blocker on the ground, but we'd probably be better off just running something like Mnemonic Wall and getting some value back. And we've got God's Willings. We've got a Fall of the Hammer, Hold at Bay, Nullify. These are all things that we can get back with it. And they're pretty cheap and easy to try to get value from. So I'd prefer that. We do need to pick up one more card here. It can be any number of things. It could be Anvil Rot Raptor. It could be Setessan Battle Priest. It's not going to be Prophet. I want to run the Fall of the Hammer. We just are so desperate for anything that interacts with our opponent that I think running one Mountain and the Traveler's Amulet is worth it. It does screw up our mana a little bit, but we just don't have any way to touch our opponent's creatures beyond that. It's really bad. So, Battle Priest is pretty mediocre. Could be a Warden. I don't really want another 4. What we need is a couple more 3s. All right, I'll run the wall. I want to get back at God's Willing. I could also run 17 Lands Amulet. It's a little bit much. No, I think I'm going to run 16. 16 in an Amulet. Like this. Except for I want one more Plains. I could cut the wall and run 17 and run 17 in an amulet. That's probably better here. I'm going to do that. So there's our deck. All right. It's in the middle. I expect mirror matches.